When you don't practice speaking up for yourself, you end up losing the only voice you have, your own.
Did you know about me? I didn't.
I would never give up on myself. And I'm an actor with Down syndrome, and that won't stop me.
We can get through anything. This pandemic is just a phase.
I ain't gonna give up.
The more pressure there is, the more opportunity there is for change, development, and growth.
Even through the rain, you might get watered, even when you're in a crack. And that's when you rise.
Hello, Dr. Marcus Robinson. Are we connected?
Oh, we are definitely connected. Check you out, brother. I see you got that logo shirt on tonight. I love it. Oh, yeah. Show it off. I love that. Oh, not the back.
25 years. Yeah, this is a new collaboration logo. I did one without any text on the front. It's just a Venn diagram, but the colors are sure great. And we got some great overlapping colors and circles tonight. We have an amazing group of humans that have come together to talk about peace. What's so hard about that?
How beautiful is that? I love that.
I
heard a man say, what you think about expands, right? So we're talking about peace. So peace will expand tonight.
That's right. I am Anthony Moseley, Collaboration's Artistic Director. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, and I'm Marcus Robinson, your Together Network host and member of the Collaboration Board of Directors and co-director of Enrich Chicago that focuses on anti-racism work in the arts and culture sectors of Chicago. So I'm grateful to be here with you, Anthony, our guests, and the wonderful people who view this show.
I have to warn you, I'm fighting a cough, so I'll try not to make it too dramatic.
Oh, please do.
But this is our 25th episode, Marcus, of Crucial Connections. We started this right after the pandemic as a way to continue to gather monthly around the digital campfire and cultivate our connection to one another and our personal obligation to each other. And it's been quite a ride. We've had some amazing shows and some incredible conversations, and we're going to just keep them going. Tonight, we have some real peace leaders who will be sharing their perspectives at the 6th annual Peacebook Festival, which will be on September 25th at Kennedy King College in your neighborhood of Englewood, and then on October 2nd at Kehrein Center for the Arts in Austin, which is a beautiful new 900-seat venue on the west side. So
yes, beautiful. Both of these spaces are just gorgeous. So we invite you out, fill them up. We got 300 seats at Kennedy King and as many as we want, 900 or so at the Kehrein Center and for the Arts in Austin. So please come out because we've redesigned our annual Peacebook Festival to be as safe and socially distant as possible. Each program will start with the screening of the films that Collaboration has produced during the pandemic, including the premiere of Oh, Colonizers by the fabulous Carla Stillwell. And then, of course, the Encounter Englewood series we produced this year, some stellar change makers in this vaunted, beautiful neighborhood where I live. And then there'll be the Gift of Peace solos, in which solo storytellers, poets, and dancers share their personal wisdom around peace and solidarity with all of us.
That's right. We have an incredible lineup of Gift of Peace solos. And at Kennedy King College on the 25th of September, we will have, and some of these folks are here tonight, Dr. Ameena Matthews, Banks Performance Project, Alicia Banks, company member, Englewood native, is choreographing a dance solo with one of their dancers. Amon Lauren, poet extraordinaire. John Johnson, J2, will be making his return to the stage and telling his incredible story of resilience. Loretta Firekeeper Hawkins, the Chicago jewel and gem of poetry, will be with us. And I think Loretta's with us tonight. Mika Cole, who is incredible, South Side native, now living on the West Side, and one of my favorite people. And then Phenom, Ray Hale Sr. will be also there in that lineup. And on the West Side at Kehrein, we have Abad Viquez, also known as Shorty A, and Abad is with us tonight. Dr. Ada Cheng, Anthony Wolf, David Flores. Oh, I can't wait for you to get some David Flores into your life, Dr. Marcus. Marvin Tate, Molly Brennan, and Kehrein Olivo just joined the lineup, and she's here with us tonight, and she is incredible. I'm so impressed by her and her energy and her wisdom, and together, these 12 folks, it's humbling to think that we get to stand in the crossroads with these people and talk about peace and really share with one another. And each one of them has so much to offer.
Yeah. But before we bring them up, we want to make sure you know about our updated membership program here at Collaboration that allow you to join and become a Collabor activist, starting at $1 a month to support and sustain our work to incite social change, and you'll receive great benefits. So just go to collaboration.org and learn more today. You can just click that link that's in the chat, and we'll make it work for you. We're honored to welcome tonight's guest from the 6th annual Peacebook Festival with Dr. Ada Cheng. I can't wait to hear what Ada's got to say tonight. And Dr. Ameena Matthews. Look at it, we're kicking it hard. David Flores, I'm gonna really take that in. Thank you for that invitation. John Johnson, Loretta Firekeeper Hawkins should have been one of my family members, but we chose each other as family, so that's good. And my colleague, Molly Brennan from this amazing actor, clown, and activist in the social justice, anti-racism space with us, and Kehrein Olivo. Oh my goodness. So welcome to the show. And let's start by having our guests briefly introduce themselves and what they'll be presenting at Peacebook.
Come on up, everybody. Let's bring the peacemakers onto the peace stage. Marcus, it's Olivo, by the way.
Olivo. Okay, I get that.
Hello, hey, David, there he is. Hello, Abad.
What's going on?
Welcome, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, Kehrein.
What's up?
Hey, look at this. We're hanging out. Dr. Cheng.
Hi, Marcus. Hi, Anthony.
Hey.
Look at all these amazing weirdos. Wow. We just want to just take a moment and get to know everybody. We could just pass the mic and just maybe share who you are, a little bit about your narrative. And, we're getting ready to take to the stage and kind of share something about peace. And each one of you is bringing a real special thing to the Peace Potluck buffet that we're having. And let's just pass the mic. Who dares to go first?
I got you.
David, hey, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
I've had the pleasure of working with David a little bit. Tell everybody your story, David, and what you're working on.
Oh man, it's been tight working with y'all, but my name is David Flores, and I'm doing a little project that's somewhere in between poetry and just me talking. It's a piece about my family's immigration, a little bit of generational trauma turned generational wealth, not monetarily, but spiritually. I'm just here to spread my love, man. I'm happy to be here.
And what's the name of the piece? Tell them a little bit about the piece. Come on.
All right. The piece is called Criminal Child, and it follows my family's immigration to the United States. It follows me, and it follows a butterfly. And the butterfly is living vicariously through the criminal child, the artist, and the words that I'm going to be sharing. I don't want to give too much away.
No, I think that's perfect. That's perfect.
Right, let's go.
Pick somebody and pass the mic to them. Go ahead.
I'm going to pass the mic to Abad, because I don't think I've heard none from Abad.
What's up? What's up? My name is Abad Vikas. I also go by Shorty A. 19 years old, born and raised here in Chicago, Illinois. A little bit about myself. I'm an actor. I make music. I play basketball. I do a bunch of stuff. At the Peacebook show, I will be doing a poem. I'll be talking about my disability, what I've gone through. So it will be focusing on suicidal thoughts that I've gone through in the past. And so I don't really want to give away a lot of details like David. So all I'm going to say is that I'm going to be doing a poem and talking about my life, everything that I've been through in the past. And so, yeah, I'm excited.
And you're not going to talk about your rap career at all?
My rap career, I started when I think I started sophomore year of high school. I started my rap career. It's been going well. Haven't been putting, that much effort into the studio because of the whole virus and then the whole pandemic and everything. It's been challenging, but I'm excited to go back to the studio, and I'm excited to share with you guys one of the pieces that I wrote. And yeah, I'm just excited to be here.
Pass the mic about who should go next?
Molly.
Thanks, Abad. Hi, everybody. I'm Molly Brennan. I just turned 50 years old and feel good about it. I've been an actor in Chicago for going on 30 years. And the piece I'm going to present is actually a collaboration. Thanks, Sandra, because that's how I work best. So working with my friend Corbett Pascoe, who's a writer, and music by Lee Brickley, who's a Welsh anarchist, activist, and musician. My piece is called Post-Apoplectic. The anarchist addresses the militia. And it's an imagined future conversation of me, who is a prepper, and that's real life, and navigating the world of prepping, because it is often mixed in with some politics that I don't agree with in terms of race and gender and disability and fashion sense. So it's an imagined conversation between myself and other survivors of the environmental collapse. And
50 years in the making.
Yeah, and predicting the future that's going to happen in about a week, I think. So thanks for having me, and I'm going to pass it over to my colleague, Ada.
Hi, Molly, how are you? I haven't seen you for ages once you were gone from the social media. Hope you're doing well. I'm not going to mention my age. I'm going to bring that pattern because I'm probably one of the oldest one here in the room. Hi, my name is Ada Cheng, and I'm a professor turned storyteller, solo performer, and storytelling show producer. And I'm going to do storytelling. I'm going to, the piece I'm going to perform is in response to the Atlanta mass shooting in March 2021. So it will be exploring the intersection of gender-based violence and racism. It is going to be a challenging piece. It's one thing to read through Zoom, but it's another thing to tell it in front of the audience. I'm not going to give away what exactly I will be talking about, but it will be about looking at peace from different points of view. But I want to say my ending sentence and how I define it. Peace is not the absence of war and violence. Peace is the affirmation of well-being and respect for all. So thank you. And I'm going to pass that to Kehrein.
Yes, yes. I want to see your piece right now. Hi, I'm Kehrein Olivo. I'm really humbled to be here with all of you art makers. I'm coming in from Ho Chunk land, which is Madison, Wisconsin, and I am really new to this entire world and really truly feel grateful that somehow someone mentioned my name in a room full of all of you light workers, and I get to be here. I spent most of my life as an artist, about 25 years in commercial theater and TV and film. And really, I'm thinking about everyone here and their piece. And, you know, I'm such a late person to the game, but I think a lot of what I have to talk about is being at peace with myself and making sure that those 25 years as a conduit for someone else's vision is not going to rob me of me being a conduit for change for myself and for my students. So I'm in like a full transformation stage, and I'm hoping to just be very honest about where I am and the things I'm trying to do with education, and sort of explore what real service means. Yeah, but really, really humbled to be with all of you. And I can't wait to see everything that y'all are cooking up. I want it to be now. Can we just all do our pieces now? Maybe not me because it's not ready yet, but.
Molly can do it's so easy for Molly. I mean, anything she does feels like it was crafted. Look, I mean, is there a ball in there that you put the hair over, or is it just know what to do? Oh, wow. Unbelievable. You know, it just turned out this way.
That's when they want me to play a lady.
You could show them. We had a couple people that actually Dr. Ameena Matthews was just with us, and she's not here anymore. And Firekeeper was and just now she just started calling me. Should I do the thing where I take the call live on the show with the person I was just talking about? Why not? Hi, Dr. Ameena. How are you? We were just hoping you were going to pop back on.
Hey, can you send me the password? I can't see it. It's very small and I'm driving.
You got it. I'll have Sarah send it to your phone right now.
Can you? Thank you so much.
We'll see you on air shortly.
Okay, in a minute.
Okay. That is Dr. Ameena Matthews. Sarah, could you text Ameena the Zoom link? She's now in her phone. Being a producer, you have to multitask. Being an actor, you can fake it. And those two things together help me do my job as artistic director of Collaboration Theater Company. What I was going to say is that the five of you are sharing the stage together at Kehrein. So in a way, this is kind of like a kind of a first chance to sit around the campfire and get to know each other. And then we're gonna experience sharing these stories together. And then we're gonna have three of the video machines capture them and put them into eternity, which is nice because I've been part of so many amazing theater moments that have disappeared. And it's good that theater people can grab our magic and share it for future generations and people that, for whatever reason, couldn't get to the theater. Tell me who's excited about other people's pieces and why. Anybody?
Anthony, can I mention something? When you just mentioned that all five of us would be on the same stage, it just dawned on me that all of us are going to redefine, after hearing all our pieces in terms of what we're going to do, all of us are going to define peace in a very different way, very different from the standard narrative of what peace is. And I think that's really the important part, that peace means very different things for different people. And oftentimes, how we see peace in the world really is defined by a particular point of view, defined from a certain position and with certain bodily existence. And I think what's powerful here is everyone here is going to redefine peace.
I was just thinking of that while getting ready for the show, that peace is the thing that everybody has something to contribute. There's nobody that doesn't have something that's worthwhile, even the unpeaceful person, if they try. Because nobody's, peace is all within us. It's just how often are we able to manifest and hold it and share it. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I'm ready to get some words from Mr. J2 from John Johnson for sure. And I was talking to you actually about, this is unrelated. It's like this and something else. I was talking about wearing the shirt for my performance that I'm still gonna wear with some words on it that are important to me, and it relates to Dr. Ameena Matthews, which was like a weird coincidence. So I'm looking forward to what Dr. Ameena has to say. Absolutely. It's a crazy experience for me because I'd never done nothing like this as a young artist, but I'm here and it feels great and everybody seems great. So
John Johnson was going to be joining us tonight, but he's not feeling well. He's having some stomach issues, and his story is quite remarkable, as all of yours are. But about a year and 2 weeks ago, John was having a great summer day, and a car drove up behind him, and I think one or two people jumped out, and he got shot 8 times in the back. And actually, the last shots, the shooter stood over him, and he covered his eyes, and the bullet went into the sidewalk next to his face. And David, you've been friends with John for a while, right?
Yeah, I've been tight with John because of Gary Mills. I was introduced to him through them, and John is a beautiful human being, a young soul for sure, and just got a lot of good energy. And I've been able to kind of see part of his recovery, and just the strides he's making is amazing, and the person he is great. Like, it's a brother from another mother for sure. That's blood. But yeah, I'm very excited.
He's gonna be performing in his wheelchair, and he's an amazing hip hop artist. He was actually a Michelle Obama fellow. He did a whole bunch of stuff with Michelle Obama. And he was on the TV show with Chance the Rapper. What's it called? Flow and Rhythm or something like that?
Rhythm and Flow.
Yeah. And so he couldn't be here with us. He might even be watching us right now. And I cannot wait to be in the room with him on September 25th when he gets back up. And I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see Shorty A roll out on that stage. Abad, you are a total inspiration. Tell everybody a little bit about your story and what a miracle it is that we're hanging out right now.
Yeah, so a little bit about myself. So when I was born, basically the doctors told my parents I had less than 6 months. They said I wasn't going to be able to walk. They said I wasn't going to be able to talk. They said I wasn't going to be able to hear. They said I had less than 6 months, and I'm still here, thankful, blessed to just still be here, walk, talk to you guys, obviously here. And so it's a blessing. I always thank God for everything that he's given to me in my life. And, till this day forward, I've made so many sacrifices in my life, and till this day forward, I still do. I've been through like 23 surgeries. And so it's been, a rough time. And so, throughout that time, having a disability, it is really challenging. The most challenging part about it is, being left out from everyone, and, just being bullied by everyone just because of my condition and from the way how I look. And so the main thing about the show that I want to focus on is just showing everyone that we're all the same, that we're, at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we're all normal, and my disability and anyone else's disability shouldn't define them. And so I've been through a lot, bullying, suicidal thoughts. And so that's what I'm going to be sharing at the show, basically everything that I've been through. And it's been challenging, but at the end of the day, is just, I use that negativity as a motivation now. It used to affect me, a lot in the past, but now it's like a motivation for me to keep going and keep doing what I love, either if it's acting, music, videos, and stuff like that.
And how's college going? You just started up. What year is this?
Sophomore. Yeah, it's back on campus, so it's been really challenging. It's better than being on, virtual, because virtual is like you can't be on in person, working at the studio or in the film or stuff like that. It's going well. It's been the second week. I had class today, so it was history. So not one of my favorite classes. I like my other classes.
What's your major?
Journalism. I'm trying to be a sports broadcaster. Basketball specifically. I love basketball. So if anyone wants to talk to me about basketball, you can always contact me. But yeah, I want to be a sports broadcaster, and hopefully when I get the job, I can, motivate other people with disability and show them that anything is possible.
And Abad's currently at Columbia College in Chicago. And Abad, are you a Bulls fan?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this now. It'll make sense later. And you want to play the Bulls theme music at the top of your show anyways.
Correct.
Okay, you need to mention the Chicago Bulls in your piece, and it will pay off for you, I promise. I can't tell you why.
Okay, I will. I'll make sure I do that.
And I'll remind you right before you go on.
Okay.
Just be like, I love the Chicago Bulls. Have you been to any Bulls games?
Oh yeah, I've been to a few Bulls games. I went to the All-Star weekend. It was the best weekend of my life. I love basketball, so it's like the best weekend of my life. It's like words can't explain. Not too long ago, I met the legend, Scottie Pippen, and so he was really humble. He signed one of my cards, and it was. Every time I meet a basketball player, it's like I start shaking, and then it's crazy for me to just personally see them in person. Looking up to them, seeing them on screen, and then to see them in person, it's a whole mind-blowing thing.
Well, that's kind of how I felt talking to Kehrein the other day when we convinced her to join Peacebook. I don't know if you all realize this is a very talented human being we have right here that kind of said, goodbye, Broadway. I'm going to go work with some peacemakers on the west side of Chicago. Kehrein, it is so cool that, Kehrein just joined, we just asked her to join not too long ago. And she just officially came on board this week. And, I just love when people share their spotlight. I think there's nothing cooler than, as Dr. Mark has taught me, there's nothing wrong with privilege as long as you share it, and Kehrein, I can't wait to see. I mean, I don't know if you all realize, probably you do, that she's a Tony Award winner. She is a hell of a dancer and singer. And more importantly, like she said, she's decided to change the trajectory of her life to really do some amazing stuff. Kehrein, how are you feeling?
I'm a little embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, why don't you be honest about it? You asked me like a few hours ago. I mean, it was like maybe a day. It was like I have very little time to prepare. No, I'm kidding. I'm busting you. But yeah, I do definitely feel like at 45, I'm really rebirthing, and it's in front of everyone. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay for us to sort of like forge a new path in real time.
Yeah.
And I think that I feel like it's almost weird that I'm going to be on a stage, because there's a lot of me that feels like I've done that. Like I almost don't want to be on a stage anymore. I definitely want to be able to be supporting other voices. So this configuration feels right. And truthfully, if I'm going to be like really frank, fame really never did anything for me. The awards, the accolades, it never fulfilled me. So if somebody can possibly use that in the form of my name now, then do it, because somebody should get something out of it, right? But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it has given me opportunity. But when we talk about peace, when we talk about like the depth of one's spirit, it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. So hopefully community like this will be something that is fruitful and something that I can pour into and have it pour back into me.
Dr. Marcus, what do you think?
I'm spellbound and speechless by all this fabulous talent that we have here in front of us and with us, and I just can't wait to really take in the prepared presentations that they have. My practice at Collaboration is to work with Anthony in thinking the stuff up, and then supporting him and getting it done, but only peek at the cooking along the way, so that I could, for the first time, experience it just like everybody else, and then have that goosebumps experience and really be able to communicate with the audiences after we have our crucial conversations. So I'm looking forward to
imagine how amazing the shares are going to be after the show. It's going to be profound. And in this format, what's so great is that the stories and the shares, they stack on each other, because they're short and they're right one and another after each other. And you find these through lines that connect them and seem as a whole to point to some invisible thread that runs through people that really want to be there for each other. Like the Gwendolyn Brooks line that we love, we are each other's business, we are each other's harvest, we are each other's magnitude and bond. And in Chicago, the great segregated city of the Midwest, at Collaboration, we do believe that storytelling and revealing ourselves and taking risks to be vulnerable and share what we've learned is the great way to use our huge asset of storytelling and comedy and all the things that Chicago is known for, really, great personalities, to bring some change. And we have a lot of work to do. I'm so excited for your pieces. What else? And the exciting thing, Kehrein, now is that you are going to be the playwright and the director and the actor, and you're playing yourself. It's totally different. I know that's a little scary, but good. I've had 2 quarter life crisis, and there's nothing like a good redirect to really remind yourself that you're alive and that every day you can redirect yourself. I got a couple of redirects I got to get.
Yeah, I'd like to join that conversation, Anthony. I can tell you that there's no way for me to be where I am today without all of those redirections, transformations, and really pressing myself into the next possible world for me. And like you, Kehrein, sometimes the containers of the worlds we choose grow too small to really be of service to us. So we simply, just have to shed them and invent new spaces for ourselves. And I'm so glad you came home to the west side of Chicago, because there's a lot of good stuff going on up in there. I'm almost anti upward mobility, because the pressure of life that comes with being on the west, south, and east sides of Chicago, that's the crucible of talent. You get broken up in those neighborhoods, and broken up is to be liberated, to be able to speak your truth, to say it like it damn is, So thank you for coming back. Let's get this thing going.
Can I add to that too?
Yeah, please.
I want to say that healing is forever. The process is eternal. We're healing for the rest of our life. So being able to do things like this is all a part of that spiritual healing. That stuff that makes you feel good in your heart, and feeling good in your heart makes your mind feel good. And all that is outward motion. You feel good in your mind and your heart, everything follows with it. And being able to do this work, come from where I come from and hear what my mom has seen and my grandmother has seen and my grandfather, is just like, we have this long line of healing to do and growing and love to spread. And that's like the most important thing. So it's all positive changes. Ain't no negative transitions around here. And West Side for sure. You already know.
I can't wait to see what Ada Cheng does next. I've been witness to quite a few wonderful Peacebook performances over the years now, Ada. And you always imagine to kind of take it to the next level and turn it on its side. And you go deeper and share more and more and more. It's quite amazing. We're also going to be screening Ada's film that she created with us last year, A Letter to My Younger Self. So we'll have a double billing of Ada Cheng on the evening, and that's just fine by everybody.
I have come a long way, haven't I?
You were, yeah, you have, but you were great. You were great from the get-go. But you do seem to top yourself every time.
Gosh, I want to refer back to what Kehrein said. As someone who also has left something, just resonate with me. We keep on thinking to myself, when I was in my 20s and 30s, 40s, the question I asked myself was, how can I be successful, right? We have always been there. And then now I'm in my 50s. The question I ask myself is what I'm doing meaningful? Can I make impact? And so I do my own thing, what makes me happy, and that's all that matters. And so, and part of it is about how we redefine success, right? Not the fame, not the prestige, not money, but impact communities, making meanings out of, stories, experiences, amplifying voices that we don't normally hear. That's meaningful, that's impact, more important than the money or success or fame. And so, Kehrein, I have to say, what you said really resonated with me. It's about redirection, change, transform our lives.
And it takes a lot of courage, but yet at the same time, isn't everything at stake? I had a moment, Clever Action's founder, Kimberly Sr., and I are very close, and she directed a show called Disgraced, right? I think they won the Pulitzer, went to Broadway. I was here in Chicago at the same time, acting in a show that I wrote about my dad and his cancer and his death. It was a cancer comedy called This Is Not a Cure for Cancer. And on closing weekend, all my father's siblings came and all my cousins came, and I reenacted my father's death on stage with a disco ball, and we did a Cancer Family Feud and a Cancer Price is Right with audience members, and Kimberly was getting notes from her producers for like the 10th preview in a row. And I said, you know what? I would not trade spots with her. And that was the day I kind of let go of this dream of being some big fancy director and realized that it's really about like you said, Ada, the impact and the connection. And I can't wait to connect with the audience at Peacebook. It's it's going to be special. And you know what's cool is we all have so much to learn from each other. And being an artistic director, for me, the greatest gift has been watching all these incredible people come in and really share. And y'all gonna teach me more. And you know, watch out for David and Abad, these youngsters. They could see the future better than we can.
Hey, can I add to this real quick?
Of course you can. That's what I was hoping you were gonna do.
Man, I've had the craziest summer doing this art thing, which is really a gift. I don't know what just happened, my bad. It's been a gift, and it doesn't work out normally this way, that I've been able to make art the way that I'm making it. I mean, I've gotten on the side of a 4-story building painting, which was like nuts. But I mean, this right now, like the excitement I feel is like, I've never done this, never been on a stage before really in my life. Never got to like speak my piece in front of people and just have them listen, and being in a room with y'all and the words that I'm hearing is just like, it's inspiring. It makes me feel good, like excited. It's like the most exciting thing I've done in a while. Like, it's crazy. I'm happy to be here with y'all. I just needed to add that because it's crazy. Like, this is like a transition point in my life right now, and it's going like this. I'm here. I love it. I'm having a great time. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I mean, I haven't been on stage in like 2 years, something like that, like 2-3 years. So to do this is really, you know, a blessing, and I'm excited to share my piece and, you know, hear your guys' story. I mean, it's, from what I'm hearing right now, is really inspiring. So to be a young artist like David and to be here is really a blessing, and I'm just humbled to be here, and I'm just excited. Like Kehrein said, let's do it right now. Let's do it.
I guess I should put him into perspective too, how young I am. I just turned like 20, so I'm about to be 21. So I'm a baby. I'm a little baby. So that's why like everything is so fresh and exciting to me, because I still like, there's still so much ahead that I'm looking forward to. And if it's people like y'all that are in charge of what happens to me when I'm 40, then there's so much to look forward to. It's crazy. Got people like Abad, like John, man, if that's who's in charge in 20 years, we're gonna have a great life. And it just takes people like y'all to open your mouth and say your piece proud, loud, so everyone can hear. That's gonna make the world a better place. It's nuts. I love it. I'm so happy to be here. This is crazy.
Molly,
I just wanted to say something about David. Like, you're talking about firsts. This will be a first for me too, because I'm usually just a gun for hire. You know, I stand on a stage and I'm a conduit for someone else's words. And so it is, even saying yes in the moment, I made myself say yes in the moment so I wouldn't be able to think myself out of it. But it'll be the first time that I get to be my full self on a stage and speak my own words. So we're going to be, I'm going to be white knuckled, y'all. So don't be mad if I'm like, oh, I'm freaking out.
We're there for you. We are there for you.
Freaking out too. It's all good.
Yeah. Ameena Matthews is here with us. Hello, Ameena. You made it.
I finally made it and got on. I got stuck in the Latino parade that they shut downtown ramps down. So I was taking Ari home and got stuck on in between King Drive and tried to make it. But anyway, it's a mess out here.
Great to connect you with some fellow peacemakers. You have Ada, David, you see everybody's names. These are some real amazing people. We've had some great conversation. Tell everybody a little bit about your story and what you're hoping to share at Kennedy King on September 25th.
Well, first of all, Moses, thank you so much, Musa, for inviting me. And I was so blessed and honored to meet you and the family. It doesn't seem that long ago, but with the gaps in the pandemic, it's been it's been almost a lifetime, and to see that you're still, you know, the prophet of the collaboration to bring us together to tell our stories, because there's hundreds and thousands of Ameenas, you know, not Dr. Ameenas, but of Ameena, young Ameena Matthews, that needs to hear the hope and needs to hear, you know, the struggle, and needs to hear that it's not over until Ameena, the Ameena in you, say it's over. And as long as we continue to fight and continue to peace build and to tell my story, you know, when I was coming up, you know, you guys, I used to think I was so unique. Why is this happening to me? Why? It's only happening to me. I'm cursed to have the family that I have, but the reality of it is, it's hundreds and thousands of Ameenas that may have not figured it out and may still think that they're in that lower self of thinking. And I just want to shed light on how we can get out of that stinking thinking together. Even for that second, we can bring it together and we can get out of it together. And that's what I'm bringing. You know, I'm coming, you know, I'm coming to kick the doors down because it's time, and it is our time. And in these times like this, being progressively honest about feelings and emotions and what's going on, and trauma and triggers and past issues that keep coming up that may haunt a young Ameena at an old Ameena's age, then I'm coming to bring some solutions on how the old Ameena is now the old Ameena and got through the young Ameena. And it was a blessing, and it has been a blessing. And I'm honored to be a part of the Peacebook and the storytelling and making history. It's just been a wonderful journey with you, Musa. And each time that we come together, we always bring beautiful gems to each other that I can take away, you can take away, and others can live and use those gems. And, you know, only thing I want to do is to continue to provide emotional, spiritual, and mentally have toolkits, surviving toolkits. And that's what I'm bringing on the second, you guys. So let's go. Let's get ready. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Bless you. Thank you. Molly, you've done the Chicago theater thing for a couple decades now with me. Have you ever done anything like this?
Yeah, I do this kind of work. I've done it a lot at the now defunct Salon-a-thon. These kind of, like, you know, thematic salons with the artists that kind of bring whatever discipline around the theme. So this is a kind of work that I've been doing. And I really took a break during the break. I did very little of my work, and it was great, and I didn't miss it, which was so surprising. Like, I've been an actor just for 100 years, you know, and like that, the hustle and the, you know, you're in rehearsal and in production, you know, and like, I was like, I didn't miss it for a day. You know, now that things are happening again, I'm really excited to be back. And this will be my first time in front of people since February 2020. So looking forward to it. But yeah, this is a bit of a familiar format for me. So I'm comfortable with that.
You're very comfortable in front of an audience, that's for sure. We have a few people in the chat and on the Facebook. If anybody would like to ask a question of our Peacebook artists or join the conversation, you could put something in the chat, or you could tell us you want to come on live. We're going to wrap this up here shortly, but it's just been great to kind of hang out, get to know everybody. Kind of feels like a first rehearsal in a way for a new devised show called Peacebook. Anybody want to share anything else?
Yeah, can I say to Dr. Ameena, I'm looking forward to meeting you. I've been working on some projects. I'm a student, and I've been working on some projects that are a lot closer to you than I would have ever known them to be. So it's like a coincidence and a blessing to have you in the room, honestly. So I'm gonna have to talk to you about that when I meet you in person. We're gonna have a conversation.
It's a blessing.
Thank you.
It's a blessing. And thank you so much for you guys. I mean, even with Musa, he's just, you guys, he's like, to me, that's why I call him Moses, because, the prophet Moses, in the time of Pharaoh, he gathered the people and made them believe that Pharaoh was really mistreating them. But then
She froze.
Oh man, she was right in
at
the
the
middle
best
of
part.
Comparing me to Moses too.
Pharaoh to Moses, bring my people home. Come.
That close. Oh, that was so good.
that's the way I feel about this. You guys, I've been peace building for, over, 2.5 decades, even longer than that, not really realizing it, but documentary wise and job wise, peace building for and mediating conflicts and, standing in unrest times. And it just never fails to me when I almost lose that hope, and I mean that I'm not going to answer the phone again. I mean that I'm not going to check the email again. I'm not going to answer Musa's calls. I'm not going to answer anybody's calls, not even yours. I'm done with this, because soon as that thinking comes just a little bit, here comes someone like yourself that just said to me, Dee, that they can't wait to see how much alike that we have been different and bring it together for change, brother. That means a lot to me, because I'm running for Congress in the 1st Congressional District, one of the most violent districts in the Illinois, period, but in Chicago, and it's been unintended. And I want the community of Illinois to invest in me to run for Congresswoman, to win and help for our legacy and our new generations coming. So I can't wait to meet you neither, Dee. I can't.
We'll put our minds together. Don't even worry about it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I mean, if you haven't seen The Interrupters, you should watch it, because it's instrumental to understand a part of this city. And when you see Ameena's work, I mean, I was with you, Ameena, that one day that we spent 14 hours together going around the city, and about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you got a phone call that a girl you had been working with, her mother had been shot.
Yep.
And some people can't fathom the trauma that you have fought through, and still are a light and a beacon of hope for the whole city. And you just, it's unbelievable. And I think what will happen is anybody who is not familiar with your body of work, once they understand it all, which might take some people 10, 20, 30 years to look back at these moments, to really understand the wisdom that you bring from the streets to the world. It's humbling. So thank you so much for accepting this invitation. And you took it, you and Kehrein were probably the quickest, or Molly was quick too, actually. David and Abad, I precast them a long time ago. I said, you guys are going to be in Peacebook. Trust me, guys. And then they were like, Anthony, haven't heard from you in a little bit. I said, it's coming. It's coming. Marcus, what do you think? Oh, go ahead, Ameena.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah. So this business that we're about is a forever game. This is not a time limited game, right? This quest for liberation, to break through this caste system of white supremacy, this is hard work, and folks like Ameena Matthews and all of you in your own ways have been forging, new paths in this work. And I invite all of these young voices. When I look at David and I look at Abad, I see the future possibility of being fully liberated out from the pressures of every kind of oppression. But you should know, my young fellows, that this 63-year-old fighter on the edge is handing the baton of leadership over to you now, not later, not when you grow up, not when we figure out how to, be in charge and let you be in charge. Take this shit and make something great with it. If we were going to change it, it would have been changed already. But I turn it over to you with love and support. I ain't going nowhere. I got my dukes up. I got my head on straight. I'll be right there with you, behind you. And that's it. So I'm not leaving, but I'm saying you in charge.
Hey, we ready. Gloves up, full swinging. You already know.
What I'll just say this one little piece before I roll. So I've been running with change makers for a long time. It used to be I was a young kid in the deal. Then I don't know. It just struck me about 6 days ago that I'm now old man. I'm out there elder level. So. And I remember when I used to be a lion, just the way these were. And I'm thinking to myself, I can now see the comparison how no matter how hard I fought this oppression, it shapes me too. We shape the world and then again are shaped by the world. And I don't have that. What of that fire? But I got the wisdom that came along with the fight. So you go out there with the fire, and I will stand by you with the wisdom. The baton has been handed off, my friends. Your generation, you got next.
I love when Marcus talks. It's just so comforting.
Change is blood.
Well, it's like this, when you're inextricably connected to the cosmos, and it's a friendly world, a friendly universe, what the hell could go wrong? Just do your thing. Just get out there and look, the world is not gonna change without us changing it. In fact, I'm of the mind right now, I'm done with dismantling white supremacy. I'm now creating a liberated world as a bubble apart from that. And if they wanna stay out there and that stuff, they can have it. But inside of this space, is liberated, fully engaged, full self, love who you want to love, do what you want to do, just don't hurt yourself and nobody else. Right. Anarchy, this is like enlightened anarchy. We just not putting up with that no more. Ha! Full stop.
Mic drop, full stop. See, I tell you, she's unbelievable. It's time to wrap things up. Let's go around and excuse me, let everybody have a closing remark. Don't try to top Marcus because he's going to go again at the end. David, why don't you start us off and then pass the mic, and we'll give everybody a last share before we leave the campfire.
And I just say I'm happy to be here again. Happy to be on this crazy journey for making this world a better place. I mean, it just feels good to be around people who are like-minded and willing to do the work and stand out and use their voice and their platform to do something good. That's what we're all here for in the first place. This place belongs to all of us, so we might as well share it with a lot of love too. So yeah, thank you. And I'll save the rest for October 2nd. Much love. I'll pass to Kehrein. Yeah.
I was just vibing off of what you said. You know, I didn't wake up this morning thinking that the universe was going to tell me that I showed up at the right place, but that's what happened. So I thank you. I thank you for everyone showing up, and I'm ready. I'm ready for us to paint the picture for the future. I'm getting in the bubble. I'm getting in the bubble with y'all.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. You know, I'm just, I heard you, Musa, mention that, you know, myself and a couple other people were like the first to be thirsty and answer the call to duty. Yes. When I was growing up, you guys, I grew up in an era that all the elders, all of my grandmother's friends would always, every day, would always question the kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't hear that anymore. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? But for me, I did not have a clue because of what was around me. And even with what they say my family is to be, you know, as far as notorious and all of that, I didn't know. I just said what I heard other people say. Because for African American, back when I was coming up, either if you was a female, you were a librarian, a nurse, or a teacher, or a secretary. If you were a man, you were something like that, same thing. But in all reality, you guys, I knew in my
We're gonna wait for that to come back. She's gonna say that again.
Yeah, that came from, you know, that came from what they say came from my dad's and my mom's eggs and, you know, us as Black people. But now today, because of people like Moses, because of people like Marcus, because of you guys that are on this call right now, it is continuing to allow me to understand that I didn't know what career. I never thought that I would have a PhD. I just wanted to be a good person. And I'm glad that you guys are welcoming me to be and continue to be that good sister that we need to protect each other. I thank you guys so very much. God bless each and every one of you all. Safe travels as you travel until we see each other. I love you, Moses. I love you, Marcus. You guys are the best. Ameena for Congress. We're going to win this first district. We're going to turn it around, and we're going to make it better for our youth and our elderly. We're going to make it better. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys. I can't wait to the 2nd.
We love you, Ameena. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who wants to take it out next? Abad, you ready?
I'm just blessed. I mean, you know, doing acting, I never thought, you know, my voice and my talent would take me anywhere here. I honestly didn't even think I was going to make it to this, you know, show. Like after, you know, doing the audition, it was like, oh, please, Anthony, just give me the job already. And, you know, once I got that email, it was like, you know, very shocking to me because it's like the very first time I ever, you know, got in a professional environment, you know, that email where they were like, oh yeah, you know, we would like to have you and perform. And it was like very shocking to me and everything. And I'm just blessed. I'm ready to turn up October 2nd, Chicago. Let's do this, you know. Let's just turn up for the one time. Let's do it.
You know, I like to turn up.
Tailbones, who needs them?
Hey, exactly. I mean, who needs them? I mean, come on, like, man, it's just all I need is just my voice, you know. I just have to prove everybody wrong and show them that anything is possible, and let them, remind them that the negativity, you know, just put that aside and use that as a motivation. And so I'm just blessed and happy to be here and just ready to share my story and hear everyone else's story. You know, I wish it was already October 2nd. And so, yeah, I'm just excited.
Molly, you want to close it out?
Chop wood, carry water, tell the story.
Thanks, Molly.
Ada, go ahead.
Thanks, Molly.
All right, we're going to show the world what's possible in 2 weeks.
Thank you all for joining us. Have a great night. This is a special, crucial connection. We are all connected. Wow. That felt like we actually all kind of got to hang out. That was wonderful. It almost felt real.
Is this still live?
We're still live, yeah. But you guys should all turn your video off, or Nikolai will do it. We're gonna roll through our end. You could stay on; it doesn't matter. That's our show, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you at Kennedy King College on September 25th. And Ameena, by the way, you're at Kennedy King on September 25th. And then these folks are October 2nd at the Kehrein Center. And I really would recommend coming to each other's programs if you can, to see each other's work. It'd be, I think, you know, kind of bring it all full circle.
Yeah. And for our audience members, I fully recommend you check them both out, because they are two wholly, with the HOLY, different shows. You know,
Joyful Sounds is putting together a quartet for us, Marcus, with Joyce Smith will be there. We're going to have some good vibe in the room from the live quartet with Joyful Sounds.
Yeah, be prepared to be washed with in a beautiful sound bath and to hear these words, to be fully inspired and to feel the energy of the new world coming into existence right now. I'm calling it forth. You know, the world where we are completely liberated is now here. The future is now here. And this programming on Collaborations Network is made possible by the support from our sponsors like AV Chicago, the Mark and Jeannie Malnati Family Foundation, and the Joseph and Bessie Feinberg Foundation. But most importantly, from people like you, who can make a one-time donation at collaboration.org, or you could sign up and become a member for just $1 a month, $10 a month, $100 a month, $200 a month, whatever floats your boat. Just join in. Thank you everyone for joining us on Crucial Connections, and we are hyper local, thinking global, and dismantling oppressions of all forms.
And we're also building a bubble of liberation, apparently. I think that's official.
Yes.
It could be a geodesic dome.
It could be whatever we want it to be, because we say so. We're fully liberated and empowered to have it the way we envision it. Yes. It is so.
Thanks, everybody. Good night. Much love. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Peace, y'all. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank y'all.